Good morning, boys and girls. We're back to a fiction story this morning. This one's called Listen, Buddy, and it's written by Helen Lester. Maybe your mom's telling you that at home this week. Listen, Buddy. Buddy's father had a beautiful big nose. He was a great sniffer. Buddy's mother had beautiful big teeth. She was a great chomper. Buddy had beautiful big ears. It didn't matter. When Buddy's parents sent him to the vegetable stand to get a basket of squash, he came home with a basket of wash. When they asked him to buy 15 tomatoes, he came home with 50 potatoes. Buddy's father said, "Listen, Buddy, will you please bring me a pin?" "Who?" asked Buddy. "You," said his father. "Will you please bring me a pin?" "A what?" asked Buddy. "A pin," said his father. "Will you please bring me a pin?" "Sure," said Buddy. Buddy's father said, "Listen, Buddy." Pin and hen rhyme. Buddy's mother said, "Listen, Buddy, will you please get me a slice of bread?" "Who?" asked Buddy. "You," said his mother. "Will you please get me a slice of bread?" "A what?" asked Buddy. "A slice of bread," said his mother. "Will you please bring me a slice of bread?" "Sure," said Buddy. Buddy's mother said, "Listen, Buddy." Bring him a slice of his bed, not bread. That's a blend. Bread, not b-ed. Somehow Buddy's mind was always wandering too far away from those beautiful ears. His parents tried yelling, "Listen, Buddy." They tried whispering, "Listen, Buddy," but nothing worked. One day, Buddy got permission to go for a long hop. He had never before been allowed to go beyond the vegetable stand. "Listen, Buddy," his parents warned him, "just remember that at the end of the road there are two paths. The path to the left will lead you around the pond and back home, but the path to the right will lead you to the cave of the scruffy varmint. And that scruffy varmint has a nasty temper, so be sure to take the path to the left." "Right." "Right?" asked Buddy. "Left," said his parents. "Right," said Buddy, and with a salute of his paw, he hopped away. Think he's going to make the right decision? Feeling very grown up, Buddy hopped along past the vegetable stand and on to the end of the road. "Now, let's see," he pondered. "Was I supposed to go left or right? Or right? Or left?" He thought as hard as he could. "The last thing I said was right, so that must be it. Right." And right he went. Uh-oh. 25 hops later, Buddy discovered that right was wrong, and there in front of his cave was the scruffy varmint, doing scruffy things that varmints do, like snarling and mussing with his hair, rubbing dirt on his knees, and scratching a whole lot of itches. At his feet was a large soup pot. Uh-oh. "What are you going to do with that soup pot?" asked Buddy. "What does one usually do with a soup pot? Bake pie?" replied the scruffy varmint not too kindly. "I'm going to make some soup." "Some what?" asked Buddy. "Soup," snarled the scruffy varmint. Scruffy varmint cave. Uh-oh. Buddy had forgotten his parents' warning about the scruffy varmint. He asked eagerly, "May I help?" The scruffy varmint was not fond of having company, but with help he'd have his soup sooner. So he said, "All right, Bunny Rabbit, come help me gather firewood." "Who? What?" You, firewood. Buddy eagerly hopped ahead of the scruffy varmint. Very gently he gathered a large prickly bundle, which he held out proudly. Roughly, the varmint grabbed the bundle. I said firewood, not briarwood, he yelped, plucking the sharp thorns from his paws. Later, when the pot was filled with water, the scruffy varmint lay against the rock, licking his paws and barking orders. Hustle, Bunny Rabbit, get the flour. Yes, sir, said Buddy. 5 pinches of salt. Yes, sir, said Buddy. 15 tomatoes. Yes, sir, said Buddy. Did you get tomatoes or potatoes? Uh-oh. What kind of flour? He's having trouble, boys and girls. A big load of squash. Yes, sir, said Buddy. Looks like wash, not squash. Good rhyming words, though, huh? The scruffy varmint rose and gave the soup a stir. He took a taste. It tasted a little like, well, a little like maybe it needed some pepper. Bunny Rabbit, get the pepper from the left of the kitchen sink, the varmint growled. Who? Get the what? From the where side of the where? What? Asked Buddy. The scruffy varmint repeated. Who? Get the what? From the where side of the where? What? Never mind. He stalked into the kitchen and got the pepper himself and sprinkled it into the soup. There, he snarled. Now, Bunny Rabbit, put the soup on the fire. Bunny put the soup in the fire. The fire went hiss. So did the scruffy varmint. I'll teach you, he howled. I will have soup, Bunny Rabbit soup, and I know just the bunny to use. The Bunny Rabbit who never listened. Buddy listened. He also hopped very, very, very fast, faster than he had ever hopped in his life. He whizzed up the road and past the vegetable stand and into the safety of his house. And a little later, when Buddy's parents asked him to bring a pin and a slice of bread, Buddy listened. All right, boys and girls, I hope your parents don't have to send you to the scruffy monster's house in order to get you to listen this week. Just for a few little reminders, I want you to be sure you're looking for those sight words when you read. I want you to make sure you are listening for blends and chunks. Make sure you are practicing those rhyming words. So, and you can even think about the main character in the story. What was his name? Who else were the characters? Do you remember the big, scary character? Remember his name? All right, and don't forget thinking of the problem and the solution to this story. The problem was he couldn't hear. What was the solution? The scruffy monster. Boys and girls, have a great day of learning. We'll see you soon.